Hello, my name's Mike Miller, and I was originally hired in November of 1981 to work at the Killen station for Dayton Power and Light. Initially we started here in training programs. We were all hired from various backgrounds, none of us related to the power industry. It was sort of an experiment to see if they could produce a training program that they could sell or market to other power industry companies. And we would sit for 8 hours a day and watch videos and learn about power plants. What always impressed me was the ability for the employees here to develop a close camaraderie. Many times in the beginning we helped each other learn about the power plant and about safety. And because of that, we developed a very good record of safety here within the plant. Everyone was concerned about getting people home at night, being with their families, because we knew each other's families, and that's what we really felt was most important. When we were initially built here, we were really something for the world to see. They used us as a model for various power companies, and we had many visitors visit us from all over the world. They came here to examine how we were doing these things and how we were developing this safety program, and how we were able to burn the coal at the rates that we were and things like this. So you were very proud. You were proud of the plant, you were proud of your fellow employees and the way that we conducted ourselves.
My name is Tibby, and I started here at the end of June of 1971. There is one guy here that still has more seniority than me. That's Bob McLeese. He started the 1st of June of 71. He's had seniority ever since we started here. When we started, you know, I know the first job that they gave me, Delbert Willett, my station helper foreman. First day I was here, he gave me and Bob Young and Dale Irvin the job of cleaning the upper back burners on Unit 1 for the first time since it went commercial. I came down at dinner time and it looked like I'd walked out of the coal mines. And Delbert always said that he knew that if I showed up the next day, I'd be here forever. And I guess he's right. I'm still here. I'm pretty well, you know, almost here at the start, and I'm going to be here at the end. Probably the fondest memories I have of this place is the people I met and worked with while I've been here. There's been some great people. I've had some problems with some, and some of them probably had problems with me at different times. But overall, this is a great bunch of people.
My name is John Tudor Calvert, and I worked at Dayton Power and Light's Killen station since the 11th day of June of 1979. I went to work for Daniel Construction Company here then, and then went to work for Dayton Power and Light Company on the 9th day of November of 1981. We were placed in 6 months of training, 8 hours a day, and were taught by old school power plant people out of Dayton, Ohio, who kind of took us around from our classroom training and showed us systems that we were going to be operating and working on and stuff over in our employment, which was kind of good because they knew this stuff, and as they were learning it, they kind of taught it to us too, so that made it a little easier to learn. One of the biggest highlights and one of the biggest things that surprised me is I was able to grasp all the different things that went on in this place, and was able to work on all these different pieces of equipment, whether it be on the river and co-handling on heavy equipment in the lab, and be able to operate these systems, and if something was wrong with these systems, be able to tell maintenance what was basically wrong with it. I just didn't think when they showed us all this stuff at the beginning that I would be able to grasp all of that information, but I was, and I feel like myself and the people that worked here got good at that. And we were able to tell the people when something was wrong with something, what was wrong with it, and they fixed it. So I think that was something that really we were able to grasp the concept and how the things operated, and be able to diagnose and troubleshoot if something didn't go the right way.
I started in 1978, and my fondest memories probably are the people that I've worked with over the years. And there's been a lot of the knowledge that I've learned from working here that I can carry to home also. You know, a lot of training that I had, just normal household chores over the years. You know, I've been able to help neighbors out or friends or family, stuff like that. Well, back probably 16 years ago, my older brother had leukemia, and we had a blood drive. It was the biggest blood drive Hawksworth had ever had. You know, people just, you know, rolled up their sleeves and didn't have to. And that was really special.
Hi, I'm Jenny Coleman, and I was hired by DP&L in April of 1982, and I've worked in maintenance for 36 years. I have so many memories. It's really hard to choose one memory that is my fondest, because I have so many fond memories of so many people here at the plant. They say that you can tell the quality of a work environment by the laughter that goes on in it, and we have had lots of laughter in this place, as well as some sad times. We've had some tragedies on occasion, but the laughter has far outweighed it, and I really enjoyed working with my coworkers so much. We have a very good time. At the same time, we're fixing things. So people at Killen Station, I think, are probably some of the most generous people anywhere in the world. We are constantly in the midst of wonderful charity activities. I know Linda Kirshner has kind of took hold of several of those activities and coordinated them for us. We have donated to food drives, we've donated blood. I haven't donated blood, sorry Linda. But we've also donated the backpack blessings that Andrew Salinas encouraged us to give to. I know we did a drive for several of our employees who had sons and daughters in Iraq and Afghanistan wars, and sent huge packages overseas to them and their groups. We did the Christmas cheer, which Linda, again, I take no credit for this, where we adopted children that were in need, various schools. Linda would switch schools from year to year around our area here. And people always gave generously. We were a giving group, and I take great pride in that. I also did a Feed Ohio drive here a couple years ago, and people, again, they were just so generous, and it was a really wonderful thing to be part of all of that and know that you could help someone else that didn't perhaps have quite as many blessings as we have all had.
My name's Kenny Mulligan. I hired in here January 11th, 1978. I remember applying, coming over for an interview the summer of 1977 with a bunch of my friends, and I was the only one that got the job. I remember standing at the bottom of these steps right here in the service building, taking one step at a time. There was a line of people, probably 100 or 150 people. And I remember that afternoon, after being there all day, they cut the line off right behind me. And I was one of the last people that got interviewed. And I came out, my friends were waiting on me and said, "Where have you been?" I said, "Well, I've been talking to the lady giving the interview." And I was the only one that passed the interview and took the test next week, took a tour of the plant, and by accident they gave me the wrong x-ray at the hospital, a chest x-ray instead of a back x-ray. So I didn't get a call till November late November of '77. So my dad came out to the barn lot. I was cutting wood, $20 a load. Said Clarence Qualls was on the phone from DP&L. I couldn't get to the phone fast enough. And he asked me if I still wanted the job. I took the x-ray, passed it, started January 11th of '78, and it's been a great life. I've got nothing but good memories here, 40 years plus. I've raised my kids, my family, I've got a farm, I've got a home. I've told my kids I'm rich. I'm rich in life, I'm rich in friends, I'm rich in memories. And I'll think about this place every day of my life and the people I've met and just the living I've made here and the opportunity that I've had.